in play. That's a fair ball to Jake. What a play from Jake Oliver. And that is destroyed. Tie game. 60. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice tags out Trey Cluxton right. Ground ball right back to Jackie. Bobbles the ball. Flips it over to first and still gets Alex Harden.
Cross, get out, ball later. 2.
And he might have just missed it. Caught and run from Jordan Rice.
In play, that's a fair ball to Jake. What a play from Jake Oliver. And that is destroyed. Tie game. 60. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice tags out Trey Cluxton right.
Get out, ball later.
And he might have just missed it. Got it run from Jordan Rice. And that's a shot. That's a what a play.
In play, that's a fair ball to Jake. What a play from Jake Oliver. And that is destroyed. Tie game. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
To that. What a play over at third.
That's in play, and he might have just missed it.
Welcome back, Wiffle Ball fans, to AWA Field here in Edmonds, Washington. Tonight we have a matchup against the defending champions, Southern Stingers versus the Atlantic Aces in this regular season matchup. Should be a good one here today. Broadcast crew, I'm Mark Campanero, joined alongside Chase Winkler for tonight's game. Very excited for this matchup tonight, Chase.
Yeah, we're back at it. Taking a week off with the All-Star game last week for us, and then heading into the actual MLB All-Star weekend. We all took a nice break. I know a lot of us were at the Derby on Monday, so nice break for us, but we're back at it, and it's a good matchup today against the Stingers and Aces. It's going to be a big day for the Aces, see what they can do pitching-wise without Moses. Might be a team effort on the mound today.
Yeah, it should be exciting. We're going to get into the starting lineups for the Atlantic Aces. Aaron Schofield will lead it off and play third. Morgan Granich will hit second and be pitching tonight. Moses Valadez not available as he will be out about 6 to 8 weeks for the Aces for the rest of the season. So Granich stepping in that pitching role. Jack Scholl will hit third, playing first. And Kanoa Jandok will round out the squad as the designated hitter here tonight. For the Southern Stingers, Jordan Rice will lead it off for the Stingers, playing third. Barrett Carlo will hit second at the DH position. Peter McNeil will be pitching on the mound, hitting third. Drew Tenzar at second, hitting fourth. And Cole Blevins will round out the squad, hitting fifth at first base. Those are your starting lineups for Aces Stingers here tonight, and we will be getting first pitch of game number 1 started momentarily between these two squads. We do have our own Molly Foley on the field with Aaron Schofield, captain of the Atlantic Aces.
Thank you so much. Hey everyone, it's Molly Foley here from the Sideline, welcoming everyone to another gorgeous evening for some AWA Wiffle. We're fresh off our All-Star break, and same as the MLB All-Star week, which was in Seattle just a couple days ago, actually last night, now that I think about it. But tonight I'm joined with Aaron Schofield, our captain of the Atlantic Aces. Aaron, how has your All-Star experience been, both MLB and AWA?
Well, it started off with the AWA All-Star game, and that was pretty fun. I think it was just a good experience to play with some of the better players in the league, and then just to get the win too. I mean, that was awesome as well. And then going to the actual All-Star game at T-Mobile, that was a blast. And unfortunately, the NL finally beat the AL, but it was a fun experience for sure.
Yeah, I saw that streak was broken last night with the MLB. Kind of crazy. But now I have to ask about the question that's been on everybody's minds tonight, the Moses Valdez injury. What have you heard, and what's the timeline looking like for his recovery?
Well, he was actually with me at the Home Run Derby and All-Star game, and he was on his crutches and he's in a boot, and it was difficult for him to walk around, but he's out for probably about 5-6 more weeks or so. So that is definitely a blow to our lineup, and he's one of the better pitchers in the league, so it's going to be tough without him.
Yeah, that's super difficult. Wishing Moses the quickest recovery. So then for tonight's matchup against the Stingers, who is active?
Today we have myself and Morgan Granich and Jack Scholl and Kanoa Jandok. And Kanoa actually won't be here until probably the second game, so we're going to have to do with 3 guys in the field, and that might be kind of rough, but we're going to try to get it done.
Wishing for the best for the Aces then tonight. Will we see you on the mound?
Probably. You might see a little bit of everybody tonight, so yeah, we'll just see how it goes.
All right, thanks so much, Aaron. Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Molly. You just heard from Aces team captain Aaron Schofield, and we got to give our own Molly Foley some congratulations. She just got engaged over the weekend. If you didn't see on our Instagram account, we announced that, but congratulations to Molly getting engaged this weekend.
Definitely.
Very happy for her.
Congrats, Molly.
And so, yeah, for tonight, one of the big stories coming into the night, obviously, is Moses Valadez. He's not going to be a part of this Aces squad for some time with an injury, and he really truly has been the heart and soul of this team, and a big reason why the Aces are sitting in the middle of the league at 9-9 on the season. This might be a really big blow to that team, not having him around. And you know, there's definitely going to be need to be guys stepping up in that pitcher role for the Aces. Morgan Granich has had some success this year, a knuckleball pitcher for that Aces squad, and so the Aces will definitely turn to him to see if they can get some production out of him early in Moses' absence. It'll definitely be a story to watch and something that we'll look into too here tonight.
Yeah, it's. I think we're gonna see all of Aaron, Jack, and Morgan on the mound tonight. They've all pitched before, so I think Morgan has the best ERA at 4.0 ERA, and then you got Jack's right in behind there at like 6, and then Aaron's up there with a 22 ERA. So I'm sure we'll see some combination of them try to get it done against this Stinger squad that likes to swing the bat. So good day.
Absolutely, and you know, talking about the Stingers, they're sitting at 7-11, but never are they ruled out. Never are they ruled out. Last year they came in and won the World Series, defying all odds against an Enforcers team that really was determined to be the favorite last year to win the World Series. And so they came back and they did something impressive last year. But for the Stingers, something interesting is Peter McNeil's pitching stats. And the reason I say that is because Peter McNeil this year is sitting at 2 wins, 7 losses. He has an ERA of 2.278. And it just doesn't seem like the Stingers can get run support when he's on the mound. And he's been pitching so effectively this year as Jordan Rice rips that over Aaron Schofield's head. He's rounding first. He'll stay there. A leadoff single.
Yeah, and you were talking
Jordan
about
Rice.
Peter's pitching there, and you know he's got that 2.0 ERA, but he's been one of the unluckiest pitchers in the league. I think he's been walked off about 2 or 3 times this year, so that doesn't help his loss. But that's a good start right there for the Stingers. Jordan getting a base hit.
Great job there from Jordan Rice, and you know I'm not gonna spoil anything for any fans, but you know. I guess maybe a little bit of a spoiler here. If you're waiting for that home run derby video to hit our YouTube channel, it will be coming out soon. Jordan Rice definitely had some part to play in that home run derby.
Most definitely. He, yeah, we'll just leave it to the video. I don't want to, like you said, don't want to spoil anything, so that video should be coming out here soon.
Barrett Carlo ground ball over to Schofield at third. Schofield able to make a good grab on it, but no throw over to first, just didn't have a play. That's back-to-back singles for the Stingers to start it off here in the top of the first. Peter McNeil is going to step in with runners on first and second with nobody out still.
Peter's rocking a 371 average so far this year, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Taking a big swing at that first pitch there.
Big swing. Peter trying to give himself some run support in this game one, is that's over his head for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now here to McNeil.
We know Morgan's going to be working that knuckleball a lot today.
Yeah, it's definitely a pitch that he lives by. And knuckleball, as McNeil fouls that one off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the count. Definitely tries not to go away from it too often. I was able to face him last week when the Pilots faced him. That's a ground ball over to Aaron Schofield. He steps on second, throws over to first, and gets Peter McNeil for the out. Aaron Schofield, an unassisted double play. Excellent job from Schofield.
Nice play by Sco out there in the field. Just got to that ball quickly and made a nice throw to first to get the double play.
2 away. Now in the top of the first, up steps Drew Tenzar for the Stingers. You don't see very many double plays in the AWA, but Aaron Schofield, that's not his first one that he's made in this league, so just keep adding it to the resume. Aaron Schofield is Tenzard as well, not to go around there. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Aaron's definitely one of the better fielders in the league, and showing it right there that he can make plays all over the place over there in left field.
2-1 now here to Tenzar. Just a tad outside. Stingers really trying to get this run in there, take an early lead. Try not to strand him as Tenzar ground ball hits off of his foot. That'll be a foul ball. Brings the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty nice shoes that Tenzar's rocking right there. Got the Nikes on.
Yeah, I gotta love to see it.
3-2 now to Tenzar. It's fouled back, and the battle will continue here between Morgan Granich and Drew Tenzar. Just a tad outside, and Tenzar will walk.
Good at bat there from Drew. Battling up there, worked the walk on a full count, keeping it going. Now Cole steps up to bat, 2 outs, runners on first and third.
Been a little bit of a tough season for Cole Blevins. Hitting below 100, just at hitting 83. A batting average of 83, not too good. .083. Looking to try to get that up. Trying to get a run in here for the Stingers, as that's a ground ball over to Aaron Schofield. He throws to first, and it's going to be in time to get Cole Blevins. The Aces are able to get out of a jam. No run score here in the top of the first, 0-0. We go to the bottom of 1 here in game 1.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, he throws pretty hard. It's all about, everyone gets on the fence to see like how he's throwing, and he's like, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, me, Morgan,
Peter McNeil on the mound for the Stingers. Here in the bottom of the first. We already went over McNeil's pitching stats a little earlier in the broadcast, but McNeil 2-7 on the season, rocking a 2.278 ERA, a very low ERA in the league, but unfortunately has 7 losses on the record this year. Stingers have been unable to give McNeil much run support in those outings. Looking to try to change that here today against the Aces. Aaron Schofield will lead it off. Bottom of the first. First pitch to Schofield is outside, ball 1.
Scho's hitting .440 this season with 4 home runs to go along with it. Made the All-Star game last week.
Aaron's someone who's always been very good at getting on base, so no surprise there with a high batting average. Curveball hits him in the back for ball 4. It'll be a 4-pitch walk to Schofield, and just like that, the Aces get a runner on. It's a new look for Granich as he's rocking the headband. Got the hair flowing out today. No hat.
Been seeing that lately. A lot of players opting out of wearing a hat. Getting a little hotter this time of year.
Big swing and a miss there from Granich. 1 ball, 1 strike. Granich with a couple of home runs on the year, 14 RBIs. Ground ball over to Tenzar. He flips to Jordan Rice at second, and Rice was not on the bag. That'll be a single for Morgan Granich. And just like that, the Aces have runners on first and second for Jack Scholl.
Yeah, that was kind of an awkward play out there. Jordan didn't want to run into Sko at second base, so wasn't even close to the bag there. And Jack Scholl's up to bat. Aces only have 3 guys right now. Cano will be showing up a little bit later. So, no outs.
Jack Scholl definitely got off to a hot start this season. 4 home runs, 15 RBIs on the year, hitting .208. So he has calmed down quite a bit since then. But Jack Scholl definitely a Great addition to this Aces squad, trying to get him going again. Big swing and a miss there.
Yeah, he's been struggling a bit of late. Got off to a really hot start, like you said, and just looking to find it here and help this Aces team keep going through the second half of the season.
Pitch from McNeil, swing and a miss, and Jack Scholl strikes out, swinging for the first out here in the inning. That'll bring back up Aaron Schofield for the Aces. Aces without Kanoa Jandok right now, as he's anticipating to arrive by the start of game number 2. So the Aces only playing with 3 men here in game 1. As McNeil skies that one for ball 1. Fouls that one back. Strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now here to Schofield.
It's a dirty riser from Peter.
Curveball hits Aaron on the shoe, 2-1.
Peter's rise ball, man. Sometimes that thing, I swear, touches the grass and still hits the zone.
It's impressive as Schofield just hits that foul to the left of the foul pole down there on the third base side. And that would have been a great way for the Aces to jump out to an early lead, but instead it's a 2-ball and 2-strike count. Is what a curveball from Peter McNeil. He drops it in there and strikes out Aaron Schofield for the second out of the inning. That's back-to-back strikeouts for McNeil.
Nice shot by Peter there. Get back-to-back strikeouts with runners on first and second, nobody out. Great job from the veteran out there.
Great job there from McNeil as Morgan Granich will step in here, singled in his first at bat. The curve in the dirt for ball 1. Granich is able to foul that one off. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Morgan, one of the few hitters in the league using the axe bat. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely a preference for some of the players in the league. Some guys really enjoy that axe handle. Really feels comfortable for them, and others just choose to go with the normal handle. All personal preference. 3-1 here to Granich. He does not go around there. That'll be ball 4. Granich will take his base, and that'll load the bases here in the bottom of the first. Is Granich. Looks like he broke the bat.
We got Mr. Sandlot dog in here.
Swing and a miss from Jack Scholl, strike 1. Curveball hits the zone. Excellent job there from McNeil. Now an 0-2 count. And Scholl goes around for strike 3. Peter McNeil gets out of a jam. No runs score in the bottom of the first. 0-0. We go to the top of the second.
What's up, Mike? Wish I could have got that derby from you. Still haunting me. Only if I could have caught you in the first round. I know, just what I asked for, I didn't get it though. I know you too well.
Ground ball off the tree branch in fair territory, and Jordan Rice is able to beat it out, but that was a lot closer than I thought it would be as Aaron Schofield rifled that throw over to first, and it was just a step off Jordan Rice.
Jordan has seen 2 pitches against Morgan, and he has 2 hits, so obviously seeing the ball really well today.
And Jordan Rice has been swinging it, like you said, swinging it really well lately for the Stinger squad, and that's something that they've definitely needed. One thing that they've struggled in this year is producing runs, and so if Rice can get going, Stingers would love that, make a late season push.
Yeah, like they did last year.
3-0 here to Carlo. Hits the zone. Good pitch there from Granich. Moves the count.
Yeah, that thing just
3-1.
found the zone magically somehow.
And that knuckle is high. Barrett Carlo will walk. And the Stingers find themselves in a similar situation here to start the top of the second. Runners on first and second with no outs for Peter McNeil.
Peter grounded out his previous at bat, so we'll be looking to drive maybe some of the other way, score some of these runs.
First pitch here from Granich is popped up into the air. Granich is right underneath it. He makes the grab. Runners will stay put. There's now 1 away in the inning. I know Peter wishes he had that one back, just got under it.
Yeah, he just missed that one.
Now up steps Drew Tenzar for the Stingers. Big swing and a miss at the first pitch knuckleball. Strike 1. Just a tad outside there for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Tenzar.
Morgan will be looking to get out of this similar situation. He had runners on first and second. Last inning, no outs, but ended up getting out of the inning without any damage done.
Two and 1, now the count to Tenzar. That is low and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss from Tenzar. Probably should have let that one go. Load the bases up for the Stingers, but instead it's 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Drew Tenzar strikes out swinging for the second out. Top of the second. Cole Blevins steps in for the Stingers. Stingers really want to get Blevins going. Been a tough season so far here for Cole Blevins, who's normally such a solid, good player for this Stingers squad. Just been in a little bit of a slump this year.
Yeah, you can kind of say that, like we've been saying it for a while. It's kind of just Stingers have been not really hitting too well, but they've got that team chemistry that's almost unbreakable, and they can get hot at any time.
They were a team that got hot at the right time last year, and this would definitely be a great time for this Stingers squad to get hot again this year, late in the season, as count is now 2-1 here to Cole Blevins. Great eye there from Blevins, and the count moves to 3-1. Knuckleball gets Blevins to go around. 3 balls, 2 strikes now the count.
Yeah, it was a tough pitch. It was a nice knuckleball right in the zone. Cole took a good hack at it, just missed.
3-2 here to Blevins. Ground ball down the first base line. Jack Scholl fields it, throws to Granich, and they get the out on Blevins at first. That's going to end the inning, and end the half inning. No run score in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second here in game number 1.
I do.
I mean, you are built different. You're cut from a different cloth. I like. Drink what? Yo. She's game. I'm coming for you, group.
Two balls, no strikes here to Aaron Schofield for the Aces. We're still sitting at a 0-0 score here in the bottom of the second, looking for our first run of the ball game still as McNeil is able to drop a curveball in there for strike one, 2-1.
There's been traffic on the bases every inning also, so I mean, credit to these pitchers really buckling down when they need to, letting the early guys get on, but then really slamming the door on them.
Curveball, and Schofield doesn't go around. That's ball 4. He will walk.
What did I say?
That's fine, definitely.
Runner on first for the Aces. Morgan Granich now going to step up to the plate. And, you know, with Valadez out for 6 to 8 weeks, you know, Granich is going to really need to step up for this Aces squad and be that ace that they can lean on. And he's pitched well here today so far.
Yeah, they're going to need a lot more of this today, what they're getting from him today. He's been excellent so far. And looking to do help himself out here.
2 innings, no runs for Granich thus far this game as he looks at ball 4, and he will walk, a 4-pitch walk to Granich. That's back-to-back walks here for Peter McNeil. Start this bottom of the second inning, and just like that, the Aces got runners on first and second.
Yep, every half inning so far, we have started with runners on first and second, no outs, but have yet to have a run in. So could this be the time with Jack Scholl up to bat?
I'm gonna go over that one right there.
I love that. Go right over your side.
Jack aiming for his name over there in left field.
Ball 1 inside. Yeah, that's a good point. Jack called his shot. He's like, I'm going to go hit it over my name out there in left field. Jack Scholl, a local real estate agent here in the Edmonds area. You'll be able to see his sign out there with his phone number. If you're local to the Edmonds area, make sure you give Jack Scholl a call if you're in the market looking for a new home or maybe an investor home for any investors out there. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Scholl, and McNeil hits the zone with a curveball, freezes Jack Scholl for out number 1. It's a great pitch there from Peter McNeil.
Yeah, nice shot by Peter once again, getting a big strikeout when he needs to. Now Aaron's up to bat. He has 2 walks today, 1 strikeout looking.
McNeil throws one high for ball 1. That's ripped down the third baseline. Foul from Aaron Schofield. He loves that third base side, pulling the ball. He does it well.
Yeah, really gets his weight into it and just peppers that left field line.
Fouls that one back into the backstop.
Looks like it was a little too hot up there. 61, no pitch.
It'll be a no pitch. Aaron Schofield. Curveball from McNeil. 2 balls and 1 strike. Popped up into the air. Tenzar is right underneath it, and he makes the grab for out number 2. And Chase, you mentioned it. I mean, every half inning we've had so far here today, runners have started on first and second with nobody out. And both Granich and McNeil have been able to get out of these jams. McNeil starts off the inning with runners on first and second, and now he's sitting here with 2 outs, runners on first and second.
Yeah, really just great pitching when they really need it to be, not getting too big for the situation, you know, just really settling them down and throwing their pitches that they know and getting these outs.
Kind of crazy. I mean, what an anomaly.
Yeah, you got to think someone's going to break it out here soon.
Big swing and a miss there from Granich for strike 1.
Looks like it was 61, a little too hot.
Too hot, so it's still a 0-0 count. No pitch there as McNeil throws that one into the dirt for ball 1. Curveball misses from McNeil. It's now 2-0. Hits Greenwich on the arm. It's ball 3. Now 3-0 here to Greenwich. McNeil just trying to throw him a strike, try not to get into a bases loaded jam situation here. Next pitch is outside. But Greenwich goes around for strike 1. He swung.
Yeah, strike right there.
Strike. Yeah.
Gotta love to see it.
Greenwich went around there. His teammates thought he looked at ball 4, but it's now 3-1. Greenwich is like, I really want to hit here. And that's just too high for ball 4. Greenwich will walk on that one. Bases loaded for the Aces. Jack Scholl is going to get an opportunity here. Driving the game's first run.
It just doesn't like me. Every bat
0 for 3 so far today. A couple of strikeouts. We'll be looking to really get it going here.
First pitch from Peter McNeil is just high. Ball 1, good eye there from Scholl. Tad inside there for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now to Scholl. Hits the zone. What a pitch there from McNeil. Great job. Able to hit the zone. 2-1. Swing and a miss from Jack Scholl. Evens the count at 2-2. Bases loaded. Ace is really trying to get this running, and the pitch from McNeil is in the dirt for ball 3. Full count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. The pitch, and Scholl strikes out swinging to end the inning. Great job from Peter McNeil and the Stingers to get out of a bases loaded jam. We're going to go to the final inning here in game number 1. Score still tied 0-0. If you're taking a look at your screen right now, brand new to the AWA this season, we have Fantasy Wiffle Ball. Make sure you go to playertrader.net/AWA to win today. Choose your favorite wiffle ball players, plug them into your lineup, and the highest scoring player each week will win prizes. Make sure you go to AWA to play today. Playertrader.net/AWA to play today. Fantasy Wiffle Ball. Popped up into the air by Jordan Rice, and Aaron Schofield is underneath it to make the grab. 1 away.
3 pitches. Jordan has seen 3 pitches today, and he's put the ball in play 3 times.
He's 2 for 3.
2 for 3. Seeing the ball great.
Can't be too mad about that as Barrett Carlo looks at strike 1, 0-1. Carlo's been great this season for the Stingers as he swings and misses there, hitting .457 on the year for the Stingers. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs.
Yeah, hovering around that 500 mark, getting up there.
Ball 1 there from Greenwich, 1-2. These two teams trying to break that 0-0 tie as Carlo goes around on the high cheese.
Dude, that thing was
out number 2, 2 away on the top of the 3rd.
He would have had to hit that with a ladder. Good golly, Miss Molly.
That was pretty high. That was pretty high. Popped up into the air. It's over Aaron Schofield's head, and it's going to drop. Peter McNeil rounding first, heading for second. He's going to get there. Nobody's at third, and McNeil is going to get to third. What a job from Peter McNeil with that bum knee that he has. He still gets all the way around to third base, and the Stingers, just like that, get the go-ahead run on over at third for Drew Tenzar.
Wow, that was awesome. I love to see Peter hobbling around, putting that hustle in. Awesome to see him make it a third.
And that is dripped just foul down the first base side. Tenzar fouls that one back into the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Granich is just low for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the count. And geez, what a nice hit would have been if Tenzar was able to get that one just left of the foul pole on his first foul ball as he fouls that one back 1 and 2.
Drew looking to drive it over that right field wall, give them the 2-run lead.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Drew Tenzar, and Morgan Granich is able to get out of it. No runs score in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 0-0, still tied.
What's up, everyone? Just 2 handsome guys up here, or I should say a really handsome guy right here. Love to bring this action to you. Don't want to look at the ugly guys in the producer's booth, that's for sure, so you get to look at us.
What's going on?
Kanoa rolling in here.
Yeah, Kanoa Jandai.
Bottom of the third inning, but no better time.
First pitch here to Aaron Schofield. Sko goes around. Strike 1. On 1 now the count. No balls, 1 strike. Way outside there from McNeil. Ball 1, 1-1 now to Schofield. Peter spikes that one into the dirt for ball 2, 2-1.
One swing could end it here.
Fouls that one back. What a big swing there from Schofield.
And this is what we were talking about with Peter before the game. I mean, just a dominant performance today, but like I was saying, with 1 swing of the bat, he could be looking at another 1-run loss here.
Fouls that one in the trees. Still 2-2 to Schofield as that's spiked into the dirt again. Full count. Now to Schofield. The pitch from McNeil. Ground ball down the third base line. Foul. Aaron Schofield has been loving that third base side. Been very early on these pitches from Peters. That's popped up in the air. It's in foul territory, and Drew Tenzar is able to make the grab in foul territory for out number 1. What a job there from Tenzar, making the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 1, and Peter McNeil thanking his third baseman for making that play.
Great play by Drew out there, going deep into foul territory, making that catch. And you know, I don't think someone named Brock Blyhouse could have made that catch, that's for sure.
Popped up into the air. Cole Blevins right underneath it, and he makes the grab for out number 2. And with 2 pitches, there's now 2 outs here in the inning.
Yeah, nice shot by Peter. This has just been a pitching performance today, pitching clinic, I should say, from both these guys.
Jack Scholl's going to step in. Nobody on, 2 away. Stingers trying to force extra innings here in game 1.
Be a good time for Jack to get hot right here again.
Curveball from McNeil gets Scholl to go around. 0-1. And that's in there for strike 2. A quick 0-2 count here for Jack Scholl. Curveball from McNeil just barely misses that bottom pipe on the zone. And Scholl goes around there for strike 3. Great job from Peter McNeil and the Stingers to get out of the bottom of the third. We're going to extras here in game number 1. Score is still tied, 0-0. Ground ball from Cole Blevins over to Jack Scholl. He flips over to Kanoa Jandok at first. And able to get Cole Blevins for out number 1. Aces definitely happy to have Jandok back in the lineup to now have a full 4-man squad.
All right, pull it over the fence. I like it where a lot of contact.
Rice up for the Stingers. 1 away. Looks at ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. Not a Rice. Rice has been swinging very well.
Yeah, finally.
Stingers team.
Finally taking.
Swings at a tough pitch there, but that's okay. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, taking some time this at bat. Seen as many pitches as he has this whole game now.
Swing and a miss from Rice. 1 ball and 2 strikes. What a nasty knuckleball there from Morgan Granich. Sits down Jordan Rice for strike 3. That was Morgan Granich's nastiest knuckleball I've ever seen.
Yeah, that thing was going left, right, up, down, going in a circle. Great pitch there for Morgan.
1 ball, no strikes now here to Barrett Carlo. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Stingers have just been struggling to produce some runs here in the game. Same with the Aces. It's been locked at a 0-0 tie all game. That's over Carlo's head for ball 2, 2-0.
Gets the bat down there.
Tad inside for ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes.
Barrett 1 for 2 so far today. He's got a base hit, a walk, and 1 strikeout.
Outside ball 4, 4-pitch walk to Carlo. And the Stingers are going to get the go-ahead run on at first. Peter McNeil steps in, trying to give himself some type of run support here in extra innings.
Had that nice hit last at bat, got him to 3rd.
Outside there from Granich, ball 1. Low in the dirt for ball 2. Peter this season, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, hitting .371 as he goes around there. Strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Been a little bit of a quieter year for Peter McNeil at the plate. Generally is in the upper echelon of home runs in the league, but this year in the bottom half.
Yeah, pitching's been real tough this year. Seen the home run numbers kind of down a bit as usual.
Neal's able to foul that one off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch here from Granich, and that's fouled off by McNeil. Good job there from Peter McNeil, able to stay alive. 2-2. That was a good knuckleball from Granich.
Yeah.
He does not go around there. That'll be ball 3, 3-2. We peeled down the first base line to another umpire. Thankfully, we have one right now.
Yep.
Full count to Peter McNeil, 2 outs. The go-ahead run on at first. The pitch from Granich is just high for ball 4, and that'll walk McNeil. Runners now on first and second for Drew Tenzar.
2 outs. The Stingers are getting something going here. Looking to get the first run of the game on the board.
One thing for the Stingers this season is they do not have a player that has double-digit RBIs this year. Tenzar, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs on the season. So definitely be a good time for these bats to wake up for the Stingers, as that's outside as well. 2-0 now here to Tenzar. Hits Tenzar for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, now the count.
And this is going to be a tough loss for one of these pitchers, both just dealing out there through these 4 innings.
Great catch by Chase Winkler. That'll be ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Tenzar. Loads the bases for the Stingers. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th, Cole Blevins is going to step up to the plate. The go-ahead run just 45 feet away over at third base.
No one cares about your average in this situation. Just be the hero right here and clutch up with a nice hit.
First pitch here to Blevins is going to be inside for ball 1, 1-0. And Granich, who's pitched so well here today, 3 2/3 scoreless innings. Having some command issues now here in the top of the 4th. 2-0 here to Blevins. That is outside for ball 3. Granich is now just a ball away from walking in the go-ahead run.
Cole getting his signs from Peter out at second base.
3-0 here from Granich. He's able to hit the zone. That's a great pitch there. Able to hang in there. 3-1 now to Blevins. And that hits Blevins for ball 4. That's going to walk in the go-ahead run for the Stingers. They now lead it 1-0. The game's first run of the ball game comes in extras to a bases-loaded walk, but the Stingers will take it.
Yeah, this has been a great 2-out rally for the Stingers. They had 2 outs, no one on in the top of the 4th inning, and now they're got the bases loaded, up a run, still 2 outs.
Jordan Rice now to the plate with the bases loaded. And that's a ground ball over to Aaron Schofield at third. He has Tenzar right there. He'll step on the bag for out number 3. But the Stingers are able to get a run up on the board here in extras. They lead it 1-0. We go to the bottom of the 4th here in game number 1. First pitch from Peter McNeil hits the zone. Kanoa Jandok up to the plate for his first at-bat of the ball game. Got to the game a little late for the Aces. Thought they were going to have him for game 2, but this game 1 has been taking some time, as you're hearing the bottom of the 4th in the extra innings, as McNeil able to hit the zone there. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Kanoa just trying to see the pitches right now, getting thrown into the game in this kind of situation can't be easy.
And that is outside for ball 4. McNeil wishes he had that one back, as Jandok will get on. Just like that, the Aces have the tying run on at first. Peter McNeil 2-7 on the year pitching, although he has a 2.2 ERA, very low ERA. For a pitcher just has struggled to get some run support, but he has a run here in extras that he's trying to hold on to as he throws ball 1, Aaron Schofield. Fouls that one back into the laptop. I don't play 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a hot shot up here.
I would have caught it if the laptop wasn't in the way.
Definitely. I totally believe that.
Curveball, and that was a nasty one. It just misses the top part of the zone. 3-1. Now to Aaron Schofield. Hits the zone. What a pitch from Peter McNeil. Brings the count full. 3-2. Now to Schofield again. The tying run is on at first base for the Aces. The winning run is at the plate. Peter McNeil and the Stingers trying to hold on to this 1-0 lead they have here in the bottom of the 4th, and the curveball misses. McNeil has now walked back-to-back batters here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on first and second for Morgan Granich. Nobody out.
Peter's been in this situation multiple times already this game, so I don't expect him to be sweating too much out there. It's another day of pitching.
0-1 here to Granich. And that is ripped high and deep, and it gets out of here. A 3-run walk-off home run for Morgan Granich, and the Aces walk it off in extras of game 1. Final score 3-1. What a job. Morgan Granich, a 3-run walk-off home run. And oh yeah, by the way, through a 1-run gem for the Aces as well to route them to a 3-1 game 1 win in this series. Congratulations, Morgan Granich and this Aces squad.
Yeah, that was it. I was talking about that before the game a little bit. I mean, Peter just pitching a gem out there. I mean, that 2.0 ERA, but had another loss to it, and it's got to be a tough one for Peter.
And we have Molly Foley with Morgan Granich down on the field.
Thanks, Mark. Hey, everyone. I'm here with our newest Wiffle King, Morgan Granich of the Aces, with his walk-off home run to take the win in Game 1 of tonight's series. Morgan, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Hard to hear in this helmet, but I'm feeling pretty electric. I kind of rolled my ankle in the bottom of the top of the 4th inning. Came up there, was like, I don't know how this is going to go, but, just trying to move runners and, feeling good.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. So then now, coming off of that extra innings first game tonight, how are we going to keep the momentum high now for the Aces for the rest of the series?
I think just throwing strikes and just being a worthy competitor and just having a good time. I feel like when we stray away from having a good time, it's kind of like woe is me a little bit. So I think just staying positive and having a good one.
Are we going to see you on the mound tonight in Game 2?
Can I ask Sko?
Yes.
Sko, am I going to be on the mound Game 2? Yes, you will be seeing me for Game 2.
Perfect confirmation from Captain Aaron Schofield there. All right, that sounds great, Morgan. Good luck, and thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Maul. And you just heard from Morgan Granich of the Atlantic Aces. What a game for Granich and the Aces. We were talking about that earlier we were wondering how are the Aces going to make up for not having Moses Valadez, who's really been their MVP up until this point. And Greenwich steps in game one, throws a gem, only throws 1 run through 4 innings, and then comes in the bottom of the 4th and hits a 3-run blast right when his team needed him the most.
Yeah, put the team on his back that game. Like you said, pitched a gem and then hit that bomb in the bottom of the 4th to walk it off. So just a great game from Morgan over there.
Great job from the Aces as they now lead the series 1-0. That was a 4-inning thriller in game 1. We'll be getting game number 2 started here momentarily between the Aces and the Stingers. We'll be back soon.
Well, I never have anybody on base when I'm up. That's like Alex with 8 home runs. He's got 16 RBIs. Dustin's pretty good, but he's leaving again. Yeah, what is this, man? What you gonna throw me? You trying to play baseball? Unfortunately, but he wants to play next season. I'll just put him on the Wolfpack.
And we're about to get pitch 1 of game 2 underway here between the Aces and the Stingers. Aces electing to keep Morgan Greenwich on the mound, and I don't blame them after having thrown a 1-run gem in game 1 through 4 innings. And Greenwich was able to walk it off for the Aces in the bottom of the 4th with a 3-run shot. Aces won game 1 3-1.
Yeah, that was the big question for the Aces before the game today. Who's going to step up pitching-wise? And Morgan just really taking the reins over for that and had a dominant game 1 win with that walk-off, of course, and trying to keep that rolling into game 2.
Ground ball to Aaron Schofield at 30. Bare hands it, throws to Jandok at first, and they get the out. What a play from Aaron Schofield, getting the out on Jordan Rice. 1 away in the top of the 1st, and Schofield just always making great plays over there at 3rd for the Aces. Jordan Rice cannot believe it. Thought he was safe. As Greenwich is able to hit the zone. Strike 1 here to Barrett Carlo. For Carlo's head for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That knuckleball was really moving. Just saw it right there. I was absolutely dancing.
1-1, and Carlo goes around there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Got the reincarnation of R.A. Dickey out here today.
Hey, it's been working. A lot of people say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as that is over Carlo's head for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that'll be high for ball 4. Carlo working a walk here for the Stingers. He gets on with 1 away. Now up steps Peter McNeil for the Southern Stingers. And McNeil, that'll be his 8th loss on the season as a pitcher. He's 2-8 on the year. And he's still rocking a 2.2 ERA. That's a very low ERA with such a bad record, unfortunately. As Stingers just offensively been really struggling this year, but they have the pitching. They have the pitching. It's just the offense that they need to get clicking.
Yeah, someone needs to step up, have it come to Jesus meeting or whatever you need to get this straightened out and get the bats going.
0-2 now to McNeil. As that's high over his head for ball one, 1-2. Two to McNeil, swing and a miss. Morgan Granich sits down Peter McNeil for out number 2, 2 away. Now here in the top of the first, Drew Tenzar is going to step in with a runner on and 2 away. That's outside ball 1, 1-0 here to Tenzar. Is knuckleball able to connect there for Granich? 1-1.
Drew can really spray the ball over the field, but his power really comes when he's pulling it to right.
Ground ball down the first base side. Granich picks it up and misses Tenzar, and he will head on over to second, moves Carlo all the way from first to third. And just like that, the Stingers now with runners on second and third, 2 away. Granich tried to underhand and hit Tenzar for the out, but he missed him right there. That's a tough, tough break for Granich.
Yeah, nice shot by Drew there to really hustle that out and put the pressure on, make Morgan make a quick throw, inaccurate throw, and now you got runners on second and third here.
That could be the momentum shift that the Stingers needed. Blevins now up to the plate as Granich throws that one outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Stingers just been looking for that momentum shift all day. Ground ball over to Jack Scholl at second. He throws to first and is able to get Cole Blevins for out number 3. Great play there from Jack Scholl, and no runs. Score here in the top of the first. It's 0-0. We go to the bottom of 1 here in game 2.
Stop it. Stop it. What to do? Oh, you devious dog. You devious dog. Are we good?
Aaron Schofield leads it off for the Aces here in the bottom of the first as pitch 1 from Peter McNeil is behind him. Ball 1. Just a tad outside there for ball 2. 2-0 now to Aaron Schofield. And it's been close game. Close games between these two teams here in this series as we had to go into extras to find the winner of game number 1. Aces ended up winning that game on a 3-run walk-off from Morgan Granich as that's popped up in the air right to Peter McNeil. Makes the grab for out number 1.
Yeah, the ball has been put in play a lot. Just great defense so far from both teams and really having their pitchers back and getting out of sticky situations.
Been great pitching, both from Granich and from McNeil. And, you know, Peter kind of feeling a little frustrated out there. He's 2-8 season record-wise. Pitching great, though, 2.2 ERA. I know I've mentioned it multiple times. It's just been a story here for the Stingers. And they've always had the pitching. They've always had the defense. Just that offense that trying to get click here and trying to get that going as the count is now 1-1 to Granich.
Yeah, like you're saying, I mean, I think we saw that no one on their team offensively has more than 10 RBIs, or more than 9 RBIs, I should say. So I mean, when Peter's out there dealing, I mean, averaging two runs a game, 1 run a game, and his team's only giving him 0 or 1 runs. I mean, that's just tough, man.
It's tough, but you know, the good news about the AWA is you're never truly out until you're out, right? So the Stingers team does have some time to figure out the offensive troubles and still make a run in the playoffs. But they're definitely starting to run out of time here as the season is dwindling away. 3-1 here to Greenwich as that is ripped down the third base side, hits the tree. They're on the third base line.
I think he broke a piece off that wiffle ball. Pretty sure I saw a little shard fly off the bat. Absolutely just mashed that thing.
Tearing the cover off the ball.
Literally.
Today. Full count here to Morgan Greenwich as that is fouled back.
Got the shot? Sorry. I got the shot.
Count will remain full, 3-2.
Morgan's starting to really see it. Obviously with that last at bat, the massive walk off, and really starting to piece up Peter's curveball.
Curveball from Peter is ripped over to Jordan Rice. And Rice makes the grab for out number 2, 2 away. Now on the bottom of the first, Jack Scholl will step up for the Aces.
Nice quick 2 outs for Peter here.
Continuing to pitch well, Peter McNeil. Big swing and a miss from Jack Scholl, strike 1. That's ripped past Cole Blevins at first. Jordan Rice is trying to find it, throw to first. It's not going to be in time to get Jack Scholl. Jack Scholl rips a single, and that'll be his first hit of the day.
That was a nice hit. I think I saw on the exit view around 85, 86 miles per hour off the bat. So definitely a nice shot.
Great job there from Scholl as the Aces get a runner on with 2 outs here for Kanoa Jandok. Pitch from McNeil is outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Outside again, 2 balls, no strikes. Now Jandok.
Looking to get some going here with 2 outs. Kanoa, this is only his second at bat today.
Inside, ball 3. McNeil thought he was going to hit the corner on that one. That's a ground ball down the first base line. Peter misses Jandok, does not get him, and Scholl will advance all the way over to third. Wow. We've now had 2 of those in this series. One from Greenwich where he tried to underhand right point blank and missed the runner, and McNeil has now done the same here against Jandok. Runners on first and third now for Aaron Schofield.
Both players electing to go for the peg out instead of just tossing it to first base there. So that's got to hurt.
Tough situation as now that brings team captain Aaron Schofield up to the plate, who's been very good this year for the Aces. He's now looking at a 3-0 count. Ground ball hits the tree down that third base line. Might have to nickname that tree the Aaron Schofield tree because he hits it all the time.
I was going to say, I'd love to see him go oppo one of these times, but I think he's just content with just ripping that thing down the third base line.
Call it the Sco tree.
Just throws his weight into that thing and just slams it.
3-1 to Aaron Schofield. Runners at the corners, 2 outs as McNeil hits the bottom part of the zone on a great riser. Full count now to Schofield. Ripped foul again. And this battle is going to continue between McNeil and Schofield. Full count. Hits Aaron Schofield for ball 4. That loads the bases up for the Aces. And the situation gets a little bit worse for the Stingers.
Yeah, not the guy you want to be facing right now, Peter. Morgan really starting to see his pitching really well. 2 at-bats ago with the walk-off. Last at-bat just missed. Curveball with the fly out to center field.
hit the zone, strike one. Great pitch from Peter McNeil. And Granich fouls that one back into the booth for strike two. 0-2. Curveball, and Granich does well to fight that one off. That was definitely hitting the zones. It's a good thing that Granich was able to foul that one. 0-2. Neal spikes that one in the dirt for ball one.
Looking for his pitch here. This will be a big moment once again.
Peter McNeil has had to pitch himself out of multiple jams here in this series. He's been able to do it. He's just given up 3 runs on the walk-off from Granich so far today. And that is ripped into the tree. Foul again. Count remains 1-2. Curveball in the dirt. Ball 2 evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Down goes Morgan Granich, and Peter McNeil pitches his way out of another bases loaded jam. No run score in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second here in game 2. Jordan Rice will lead it off for the Stingers. Top of the second as he looks at ball 1. 1-0. Ground ball right back to Morgan Granich on the mound. He throws over to first, and it's in time to get Jordan Rice for out number 1. Great play there from Granich, getting the first out of the inning.
Great play there, like you said. Jordan, man, he just has so many close calls over that first that just gets robbed from, it seems like, every series. So
he's getting frustrated, but Jordan Rice has been putting the ball in play every single at bat. He's done a great job here today, seeing it well from Granich. Just hasn't been able to capitalize just yet. Any of these knuckleballs, as Barrett Carlo hits that one foul down the third base side.
Man, both these teams, they loved it, that inside pitch, man. Everyone's ripping it foul down that third base line today.
Big swing and a miss there from Carlo. He misses it. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Hits the zone. Morgan Granich strikes out Barrett Carlo for out number 2. What a knuckleball there from Granich. Hits the zone.
That was spicy right there from Morgan. One of the faster knuckleballs you're going to see in that 57 miles per hour. Thing got there quick, and Barrett couldn't even react to that.
All right, we are back. Just a little bit of a few technical difficulties there, but we're back. We're ready to go.
We're back at it.
Peter McNeil up to the plate. Nobody on, 2 outs. You know, McNeil hasn't been getting very much run support. He might just have to say, I'm going to have to do it myself, as a ground ball over to Aaron Schofield. Throws to first, and McNeil is going to be safe at first. Call on the field is safe. We will go to the booth to review it. So players are waiting around out there. We're reviewing the call. And the call is going to be reversed. He is called out by the production table. Out is the call. The call is reversed. So that is out number 3. No run score in the top of the second for the Stingers. Go to the bottom of the second. Jack Scholl starts it off here for the Aces in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Once again, just a pitching duel out here between Peter and Morgan. Heading to the bottom of the second with no runs. As Jack swings at strike 2 there.
0-2 the count, and McNeil spikes a curveball into the dirt. Ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know, one thing you got to appreciate about Jack Scholl is, you know, although he struck out a few times here today, he gives it a cut up there.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely trying to hit some home runs. You got to appreciate that as Scholl strikes out swinging for out number 1.
He's taking what I like to call daddy hacks up there.
Oh.
So,
all right.
Yeah, you got to let him see that. I mean, you know, one of these times he's going to bottom, it's bottom 2.
Kanoa Jandok swings and misses, strike 1. Hits the zone. Great pitch there from McNeil on the riser in the bottom part of the zone. Strike 2, 0-2. Now to Jandok, and that was a good curveball, and that is gonna be foul.
Just rolled foul there.
Third base line. Jandok thought he was gonna get that one to sneak fair, but it rolls foul.
We saw Peter hustle over there and make sure that thing didn't roll back into fair territory with that hill. It's the last thing you want.
0-2 here to Jandok, and McNeil, what a curveball from him. Strikes out Kanoa Jandok for out number 2. 2 away now in this bottom of the second inning.
If you're looking to get into pitching in wiffle ball, I suggest you favorite this series or bookmark this series so far. I mean, this is how you get it done with 2 different very pitching styles.
Ripped over to Barrett Carl at 30, throws to Cole Blevins at first, but the throw is offline, and Schofield will get there. Runner on first for the Aces with 2 outs. Morgan Granich will step up to the plate, and I know what the Aces are thinking. They're like, hey, can we get this 2-out rally going here in the bottom of the second?
Yep, and no better guy. Been the best hitter so far for the Aces today. And looking to get something going here in the bottom of the second.
First pitch from McNeil is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes here to Granich. Just a tad outside there for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. I got a fast Aaron Schofield on at first if Granich is able to put this one in play. And that is ripped high and deep, and it goes over the wall. Morgan Granich, a 2-run home run, his 2nd home run of the series, and the Aces take a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Morgan Granich gritties home, and he'll get that Wiffle King helmet. What a job from Granich.
Nice job from Morgan there. His 2nd home run, matching his season total today with 2 home runs today. He had 2 on the season coming into the series today, so starting off the second half of the season really hot.
What a job, Morgan Granich. Have yourself a series. He is doing it on the mound and doing it at the plate for this Aces squad when his team needed him the most, with Moses Valadez out for 6 to 8 weeks. What a job, Morgan Granich. And that's ripped over to Cole Blevins at first. Jordan Rice picks it up, and they're able to get the out on Jack Scholl at first. We will review it, but the call on the field will be out on Jack Scholl. We'll be waiting for that confirmation from the booth here momentarily. And the call on the field is confirmed. He is out. Great play from the Stingers as a hard hit ball from Jack Scholl. But the Aces, and go up 2 runs on a Morgan Granich 2-run shot. They lead it 2-0. We go to the final inning here in game 2.
to bat. This could be the last at bat as Drew swings at a strike there.
0-1 here to Tenzar. Good knuckleball from Granich. Pulls it past. Drew Tenzar is now 0-2.
Coming to the end here of this game, 2-0, and the Stingers have put up 1 run for Peter so far.
That's a foul ball. Count will remain 1-2. It was off his arm. Just kidding. Count move to 2-2. Yeah, it's been a tough going for the Stingers here today. They have 1 run on a bases loaded walk. Really need to get some type of offense going here for Peter as Drew Tenzar swings and misses for strike 3, 1 away. Here in the top of the third, Stingers down now. They only have 2 outs to work with.
Yeah,
down 2 runs.
Just I mean, we're just keep going over it, but man, how many? I mean, I feel like you could tell any pitcher in this league that, hey, we'll give you 5 runs. You're only gonna give up 5 runs over these 2 games. Like every pitcher would take that and have know that their offense has their back, but it's not happening so far today with the Stingers.
Yeah. Cole Blevins is going to step up to the plate. Nobody on, 1 away. As he fouls the first pitch off, strike 1. And Granich has been pitching very well. It's not to take anything away from him. He has pitched very well here today. Only giving up the 1 run. As that's inside for ball. 1-1 ball and 1 strike.
Just really giving these Stingers fits with that knuckleball. I mean, just working with 1 pitch and just mowing these guys down.
Ground ball right back to Granich. He throws over to first. That was a tough play, and it's offline from Jandon. Cole Blevins is gonna reach on an infield single. Great job there from Blevins to get on.
Yeah, that would have been a tough play. Morgan almost nicked Cole in the back there, but luckily Cole made it to first, and they've got the tying run up to the plate now in Jordan Rice.
First pitch from Granich is outside. Ball 1. Granich just trying to shut the door on this Stingers squad. Stingers down to their final 2 outs here in game 2.
Jordan has 2 ground outs in this second game, putting the ball in play, and I think every at bat so far today.
Rice able to foul that one off. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Rice. Rice represents that tying run for the Stingers.
He's got 1 home run this year, and it's that grand slam, accounting for over half of his RBIs this season.
Rice was swinging the bat well earlier in this series. Goes around there for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stingers definitely need somebody to step up here in the final inning of the ball game. They want to have a chance to tie this series and not lose it. Full count now to Rice. That's hit high and deep. It might have a chance. No, it's going to stay in the yard as Jack Scholl is under it and makes the grab for out number 2. 2 away in the top of the third. Barrett Carlo step up to the plate.
I haven't seen too many home runs today. We've only had 2. They've been from 1 guy, but a lot of deep pop-ups today.
That's outside for ball 1 here to Carlo. And yeah, both of those home runs coming from Morgan Granich. 3-run home run and a 2-run home run. That hits Carlo for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Hits the zone. Great knuckleball for Morgan Granich. It's now 2-1. Popped up into the air, and this might do it. Granich is underneath it. He makes the catch for out number 3 and the Aces. They hold on and win it 2-0 here in game number 2. They're going to win game 2 and win this series. And it's all been because of Morgan Granich. Morgan Granich has all 5 of these Aces runs here today. 3 of them in game 1, coming from a walk-off home run from Morgan Greenwich, and 2 of them here from a 2-run home run from Morgan Greenwich, and the Aces are now leading this series 2-0. Greenwich has been the MVP for this Aces squad, stepping up for Moses Valadez in his absence. He's thrown 2 gems, and he's had all the offense as well for this Aces squad. We're going to get game number 3 started here momentarily between the Aces and the Stingers. Stingers looking to avoid the sweep. Aces looking to complete the sweep. We will be back momentarily, but we do have Molly Foley on the field, who is with Stingers player Drew Tenzar.
So much, Mark. What's up, ballers? It's Molly Foley from the Sideline, wrapping up game 2 of our 3-game series tonight, Stingers versus Aces. Right now, I'm joined with Drew Tenzar of the Southern Stingers. Drew, how are you feeling coming off of game 2?
Not great. We've been playing a lot of good defense. Peter's been pitching great, but we haven't gotten the bats going. It's pretty typical for us, but looking to turn it around, put together some at-bats, and go out on a high note, score some runs.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing that for the Stingers. How do you see, or what do you anticipate are some of the key secrets to coming away with the win here in game 3?
Yeah, we've been taking a lot of walks. Got to keep taking watts, and then we just got to hit with 2 outs, put the ball out there, and score some runs. Hopefully, maybe hit a home run, someone here. So, only can hope.
I know we'd love to see some more of the Dinger helmet, this time in a red uniform. So, thank you so much, Drew, and good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mark. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Molly. And you just heard from Drew Tenzar of the Southern Stingers talking about some of the struggles they have faced here today, but trying to avoid this sweep here in game 3. We'll see if the Stingers can do that. But we will be starting game number 3 momentarily here. We will be back shortly for the game 3 broadcast.
I can never imagine bunting against like Chapman. All right, let's get it, boys.
Wiffle Ball fans, if you're looking at your screen right now, we have Fantasy Wiffle Ball brand new to the AWA this season. Make sure you go to playertrader.net to play today. It's free. Fantasy Wiffle Ball. Make sure you'll be able to go online, choose your favorite Wiffle Ball players in the AWA, plug them into your lineup for the week, and the individual with the highest scoring team will win prizes every week. Make sure you go to playertrader.net/AWA to play today. We're about to get game number 3 started between the Aces and the Stingers. Jack Scholl on the mound for the Aces. Jordan Rice up at the plate as Rice looks at ball 1. And Jack Scholl has not pitched ever in the AWA. We got a debut going on for Aces player Jack Scholl. And Aces really haven't had to use any additional pitching aside from Schofield, Greenwich, and Valadez, but given Valadez is injured, Ace is electing to go with Scholl here in game 3.
Yeah, we'll see what we get from Jack. Obviously, with the rule in the AWA, you can only pitch 2 games a series. So Morgan having to take the field this game.
Rice will walk. Start this top of the first. Stinger's getting a runner on. Barrett Carlo up to the plate, and you know, Jack Scholl looking like he can throw it pretty well here. He's just going to have to try to find that command, as that's just a tad high there. And that's always the hardest part when you're new to pitching in the AWA. Is just trying to find your command, trying to find that zone. And some guys pick it up pretty quick. Some guys it takes a little bit of time. Chase, you and I know that all too well.
That's for sure. It's not easy being up there facing these guys. Everyone can hit in this league, and you groove it over the plate, and they're gonna make you pay for it. So I mean, you gotta just find that balance of trying to find the edges. But man, when you're not a consistent pitcher out there, it's pretty hard to do.
It's gonna be back-to-back walks for Jack Scholl. Stingers with the runners on first and second here in the top of the first, and Scholl has thrown 1 strike so far. He's still just trying to find that zone here. Peter McNeil will step up to the plate.
Peter rocking the AirPods right now, trying to change it up a little bit. I don't even think if he could hear me if I said, Peter, swing.
I think he's trying to block out all the noise and just focus on the ball game. We'll see if that works for him here as he's looking at a 2-0 count. Ground ball to Aaron Schofield. He bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. A rare error there from Aaron Schofield, as the bases are now loaded for the Stingers. That would have been a great opportunity for the Aces to get their first out here in the top of the first. Drew Tenzar looking to hit right-handed.
Pulling Adley Rutschman over here, switching it up. See if he can hit some dingers from the right-hander like Mr. Rutschman did on Monday night.
2 balls, no strikes here to Tenzar, as that is a tad high there from Scholl. 3-0 the count. Outside there for ball 4. That's going to walk in a run for the Stingers. Their second run of this series. Both runs coming on bases loaded walks. But the Stingers will take it nonetheless.
Yeah.
Cole Blevins up to the plate.
Take the runs anywhere you can get. Obviously, you'd like them to be hit in, but
that is behind Cole Blevins. That's in play. Jack Scholl is able to tag Blevins for the out. That's the first out in the inning, but a run will score for the Stingers. Advances the other runners over to second and third. Jordan Rice step up to the plate.
Putting the ball in play and getting a run across is the first time the Stingers have done that today. So,
you know, it feels good. Feels good. They got a 2-0 lead here. Jordan Rice will more than likely be on the mound for this game, too, as Scholl throws that one outside for ball 1.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for the Stingers to take a game from the Aces here and not get swept.
Big swing and a miss from Rice. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tad outside there. 2-1. Outside again. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Rice. Good news is for Scholl is he does have a base open right now, so if he did walk Rice, it would not walk in a run.
Yep. It's going to try to find the zone here and just keep battling and keep working here in this first inning.
3-1 from Scholl is way outside for ball 4. Jordan Rice will walk, and that bases are now loaded for the Stingers. Barrett Carlo up to the plate. Ground ball right back to Jack Scholl on the mound. He's able to barehand it, throw over to Jandok at first. Jandok tries to go home with it, but that's actually going to – runners are awarded 1 base. Hey. 1 base. He scored. So what happened there is the Aces get the out at first. There's 2 away in the top of the first. Jandok threw it away, so McNeil scores, and Tenzar scores as well. So it's now 4-0 Stingers. Runner at third, 2 outs for Peter McNeil.
Yeah, and it was kind of an interesting decision from Jack there. Had the easy out at home. He got it easy and could have just gotten out at home without giving up a run, but instead elects to peg Barrett, which ensued all the chaos.
And you know, Jack Scholl, again, this is his debut pitching, so hasn't had too much experience with it, or hasn't had any experience with it. So probably was thinking, hey, I'm just going to go get the out at first. Wasn't thinking about going home. And you're right, it was unfortunate because a couple of runs did score there, as that's ball 4 to McNeil. Swing and a miss from McNeil. 3 balls and 1 strike. I must have had the count wrong. 3-1 here to McNeil. Swing and a miss there, full count, and Peter McNeil. That's going to be a strikeout for Peter McNeil. 4 runs score for the Stingers in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first here in game number 3.
I'll let him know. Or can y'all just hey, y'all got any snacks up there for real? I'm starving, bro. Man, bro, I'm looking hungry.
Aaron Schofield starts it off here for the Aces in the bottom of the first as he looks at ball 1 from Jordan Rice. 1-0.
We had a knuckleball pitch games 1 and game 2 for the Aces. Now we got a knuckleball pitcher in game 3 for the Stingers.
And Rice arguably has the best knuckleball in the league as that's outside for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss from Schofield. Counts out 3-1. Curveball, and that looks pretty good. I'm surprised Schofield laid off of that one as Rice.
That was
just missed the zone.
Insane. That was definitely a super curve if I've ever seen one. That thing was falling off a mountain, in my opinion.
Aaron Schofield walks. And up steps Morgan Granich, who's truly been the MVP here today in this series, as that's right past Jordan Rice on the mound. Tenzar steps on second and throws to first for the double play. What a play there from Drew Tenzar.
Drew Tenzar making another double play. That's his second one of the day. Great job there from him in the field. Scratch that. There's been a couple double plays today. Sco had the first one out here, but Drew still making some plays in the field. Gotta love to see it.
Strike 1 here to Jack Scholl, and Scholl, big swing and a miss there, 0-2. Now the count as Rice throws that one way outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Scholl.
Jordan breaking out some new pitches, it looks like.
Big swing and a miss from Scholl, and he is down on strikes. No run score for the Aces in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of the second here in the final game of the series.
I think I just got to calm down a little bit.
Aaron Schofield will come on to pitch for the Aces, and unfortunately it's been a tough going for Aaron Schofield this season. He's 1-2 on the year, a 22.45 ERA with just 6 strikeouts. 22.45 ERA, that might be the highest ERA I've ever seen. But you know what? The good news for Aaron Schofield is he'll be able to get that ERA down today against the Stingers. He'll have an opportunity to get that down.
No better moment than now. Second half of the season, I consider it a clean slate. Forget about your stats from the first half and start picking it up here and propel your team towards the playoffs and make that push.
The Aces have played well today. They've secured the series win. They lead it 2-0 right now, trying to complete the sweep. Currently in a 4-0 hole here to the Stingers, but Schofield is going to come on and try to see what he can do to help this Aces squad as he throws 2 quick balls here to Drew Tenzar. Swing and a miss there from Tenzar for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hits Tenzar on the back, 3-1.
Aaron sometimes struggles to find the zone out there.
Fouls that one back into the backstop for strike 2. Full count now here to Tenzar.
Sitting at a clean 60 miles per hour that last pitch. Just right on the zone.
Hits the zone, strike 3. 62 miles an hour on the gun. I was going to say we were going to have our 7th strikeout for Aaron Schofield right there, but
should have tossed that ball to the side if that was the case.
The speed gun cancels it. Ground ball down the first base side. It's a fair ball. Jandok picks it up and steps on first for out number 1. Great job there from Kanoa Jandok to get the out on Tenzar. 1 away in the top of the second. Up steps Cole Blevins for the Stingers.
Had an RBI for the Stingers early in this game. Holds up there.
Cole does well to hold off there. Ball 1, 1-0. Just outside there from Schofield. 2 balls, no strikes. 3-0. And look at that. You know, we have a cloned dog there in the fan section. Pretty impressive. Can you believe that's cloned?
Was he made in a lab or something? I've never heard of a cloned
It looks
dog.
real to me, but that is a cloned dog right there.
Damn, there's someone else that looks exactly like that guy out there.
Don't ask us how that cloned dog came here today, but that is a cloned animal.
He's a cutie, though.
Pretty incredible that those signs exist.
Man, I'd clone my dog if I could. I'd love to have like 10 of my own dog. That'd be sweet, man. Love that. Look at that good boy over there.
Definitely will be coming in the future, I can tell you that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like, don't mean to get depressing here, but your dog's getting old or something. Clone that guy up, man. You got him all over again, starting at age 1, baby. Yeah, so some cool stuff out there.
Three and 1 here to Jordan Rice, as that is outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Aaron Schofield. Stingers with runners on first and second, 1 away. Barrett Carlo will step up to the plate for the Stingers.
Carlo looking to drive a pitch here. 2 homers on the year. No better spot than now to add on to this lead.
Just outside for ball 1.
Schofield, emphasis only. Schofield, emphasis only. Just try it.
That's ripped into foul territory by Barrett Carlo.
Oh, I don't know.
It's better than watching.
Sco letting the guys have it up there. Man, I'd be licking my lips off if I'm facing Sco right now.
Ground ball over to Granich at third. He's able to pick it up and step on third for out number 2. Schofield implementing that ephus pitch. He's been struggling with throwing just a normal fastball, so he's going to try the ephus here and see if that might help him. He was able to get the out. And a ground ball out there as McNeil swings and misses, strike one. Hits the zone. Great pitch there from Schofield. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count here to McNeil.
Peter's still rocking the AirPods. Wonder what he's listening to up there. I have a feeling it's some like hard metal.
I feel like it's Beethoven, man.
Really?
I feel like it's some relaxing classical tunes.
I think it's some screamo stuff, honestly.
Fouls that one back. McNeil still sitting in a 1-2 count. You know, that'd be cool if we could do a poll on the broadcast for the viewers. See what Peter McNeil is listening to. Make sure you comment what your prediction is down below. That's a ground ball single, and Scholl is throwing home. Jordan Rice is going to score. What a job there from Rice on the aggressive base running as he gets in to score the Stingers' 5th run of the game. They now lead at 5-0 here in the top of the second.
Nice hit by Peter there, just putting that in no man's land and scoring a run on it. Peter standing at first base, he doesn't even really know what's going on because he had his headphones in.
Ripped high and deep. It bounces off the wall. Carlo's gonna score, and Tenzar will advance to second on the throw. Runners on second and third, and the Stingers now lead it 6-0 here in the top of the second. Cole Blevins come up to the plate with 2 on and 2 out.
Gotta love to see the bats coming alive here for the Stingers. Been looking for this all series, and nothing better than ending game 3 with a lot of hits.
Good pitch there from Aaron Schofield. Hits the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss on a tough pitch there. Cole Blevins, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the count. Blevins does well to hold off there. Count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Good, great take there. Aaron's got a base open.
Does have a base open. Swing and a miss. Down goes Cole Blevins, and Aaron Schofield gets the strikeout to end the inning. But the Stingers tag on a couple of more runs. They lead it 6-0. We go to the bottom of the second here in the final game of the series. Kanoa Jandok leads it off for the Aces in the bottom of the second as he looks at ball 1 from Jordan Rice. Knuckleball and a nasty one from Rice hits the zone. Good pitch there.
Tough, really tough pitcher. I mean, me and you, we had to face him in the All-Star game last week, and not easy to hit, that's for sure.
Definitely. It's tough to hit that knuckleball. Not something that's easy by any means. Dance is so much up there. You think it's going to go one way, it goes another. It's tough. It's tough to hit.
Yeah, ask that thing to tango next time I'm up to bat.
Might have to learn the salsa too. You never know.
Whatever it wants.
3-1, the count to Jandok. The pitch from Rice is just low for ball 4, and Jandok lead the bottom of the second off with a walk as Aaron Schofield steps up to the plate. Aces looking at a 6-run deficit here in the inning as Rice throws that one outside. Not something the Aces have been used to this series. Is they've pretty much been leading all series.
Yeah, they're going to have to really chip away here and really battle against this pitcher and just get on base anyway, anyhow.
3-0 is the count to Schofield. Schofield definitely not a guy to walk. Has one of the higher averages in the league.
We'll definitely be seeing him swing at this pitch, no matter what. Oh.
Low one in the dirt for ball 4. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Knuckleballs inside for ball 4, and Schofield will walk. Runners now on first and second for Morgan Granich.
And the man of the series stepping it up. I mean, he had cut this lead in half right here.
Swing and a miss from Granich, 0-1. It's behind him for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball over to Drew Tenzar at second. He throws to first, and it's in time to get Granich for out number 1. Tenzar. What a job he has had in the field today. Hasn't had it at the plate, but he is showing off the defense for the Stingers.
Yeah. Went for the double play, but bailed on second base at the last second just to get the sure out at first. Great play again by Drew out there.
Runners advance to second and third on the play. Jack Scholl will step in. Scholl trying to get the first run on the board for the Aces. So we're trying to retrieve some balls here. We've run out of wiffle balls. So we're trying to.
Hit balls hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Up the middle.
Hit balls.
Morgan Granich said, hit balls hard. Make sure they go up the middle.
Yep, and far.
You know, he knows well. He's got 2 home runs in this series. Jack Scholl again stepping in. Runners on second and third, 1 away. First pitch is fouled back by Jack Scholl. Strike 1. Outside. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sprinkler's popping on.
Knuckleball, ground ball off of Jordan Rice's hand. Tenzar flips to first and is able to get the out on Scholl, and Schofield comes home as well. He's safe. 2-run score on the put out from Tenzar.
Stop making so many plays, bro.
That's the second out. 2-run score for the Aces. It's 6-2. Stingers leading it. Kanoa Jandok will step in now for the Aces.
Aces not giving up yet. Really starting to hit Jordan now, put the ball in play, and get some runs across here.
Kanoa Jandok on. 2 outs. Nobody on. Swing and a miss from Jandok. Ball's 1 strike. Curveball gets Jandok to swing as well, and it's now 0-2.
Jordan breaking out a new pitch. It seems like that super curve's really working for him.
Pitch from Rice, and Jandok swings again for strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout from Jordan Rice, but 2-run score for the Aces in the bottom of the second. Stingers lead at 6-2. We go to the final inning here in Game 3.
Foul ball from Jordan there on the first pitch from Aaron in the top of the 3rd inning in this 6-2 ball game. Stingers are leading by 4. Let's see if Aaron goes back with the ephus kind of pitch that was working for him a little bit last inning. Big swing from Jordan there at strike 2. The Stingers trying to add some insurance runs as they surrendered 2 runs last inning, so Ace is not out of it yet.
2 balls, 2 strikes now to Jordan Rice, and yeah, they're not out of it just yet. Still have an opportunity to sweep the Stingers. Full count to Jordan Rice. And that's ball 4 in the dirt. Jordan Rice will walk to lead it off here. Top of the 3rd. Up steps Barrett Carlo. For the Stingers, way outside there from Schofield.
Schofield electing to not go with the ephus pitches.
High there, 2-0.
Ephus.
3-0 count.
3 balls, no strikes.
There's a rogue spectator chanting ephus at Aaron from the sidelines.
Ball.
Interesting.
4. Back-to-back walks here for the Stingers. Runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out. And up steps Peter McNeil, who's still rocking those tunes. And, you know, he's just trying to get his mind right. Just trying to get his mind right.
He's got his Stingers playlist. I'd love to know what's on that. Isn't there like a band called the Stingers? I mean, I'm sure he's got a bunch of...
Should we just ask him right now?
I mean, I don't even think he can hear us, honestly.
That's a good point.
Yeah, dude, he might, yeah.
Some potential maybe illegal sign stealing, you think, with those things on?
Ripped
up the middle and is way out of here. Peter McNeil, a 3-run home run. And those AirPods might have had something to do with it. He might have gotten a sign from somebody in his ear, but he took Aaron Schofield deep to center.
And as you said it, I think that confirmed it right there, that someone's definitely in his ear and told him what pitch was coming. I mean, he did not miss that.
Potential sign-stealing scandal here for the Southern Stingers. They've been struggling offensively.
Yeah. I mean, this whole series, they put up, what, 2 runs in the first 2 games, and now they've put up 4, 2, and 3 in this game alone. I mean, something's a little fishy here.
Peter McNeil had only had 3 home runs to that point. He goes deep after he put the headphones in. Drew Tenzar gets a single there. Runner on 1st for the Stingers, and something fishy might be going on with that Stingers squad. Peter McNeil with the headphones going deep on a 3-run shot after he put them in.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The bats are really starting to come alive, and they're really quiet those first 2. I mean, swinging at everything now. They're feeling really good up there, and I don't think that's a coincidence.
Hits the zone. Aaron Schofield, 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh. Yeah, 1 ball and 1 strike here to Cole Blevins. Swing and a miss there. And, you know, Chase, you know, you and I, we were just thinking, hey, he's probably just listening to music trying to get his mind right. But you know what? What it might have actually been is just a sign-stealing scandal that these Stingers are involved with.
Yeah, I think he's got someone in the trees up over there. You know what I mean?
It's very possible. It's very possible. And Cole Blevins struck out swinging there for out number 1. 1 away. Top of the 3rd.
Might have to make a new rule of banning AirPods in the league.
Jandok dives out for it and not able to get there. Tenzar will go 1st to 3rd on the play. Runners at the corners now for the Stingers. Still only 1 out in the inning. Barrett Carlo will come up to the plate. And, yeah, it's going to be something that's going to be talked about here. The Stingers, you know, offensive troubles, but definitely got some type of sign-stealing scandal going on, and that'll have to be investigated by the AWA.
You got to think the rest of the league isn't going to take too kindly to that. I wonder if there's going to be some altercations coming along for these Stingers. You know, maybe getting intentionally thrown out a little bit, and
you know, maybe it was even a possibility that the Stingers might have even had something to do with that sign-stealing in the 2022 World Series that they won, just kind of like the Houston Astros at the MLB. You never know.
Yeah, they just
Popped up into the air. Aaron Schofield right underneath it. We're not doing that. Nope. Hey, we're not doing that. You caught it. He's out.
Infield plot. I had some fluttery hands. I don't know.
Schofield caught that. He will be out. 2 away here in the top of the third. And up steps Peter McNeil again, still rocking the headphones. He's hitting left-handed, swinging a miss there. Strike 1. We'll see. He might have something going on here.
Yeah, you know, that might kind of be the Stingers' plan. Play it off like, oh, man, can't really hit, can't really do any of this, and then they get to the postseason and just really crank it and turn it on and have their sign steal and help them out.
The Stingers might have become the villain of the AWA here tonight after Peter McNeil hit a 3-run shot of Aaron Schofield after wearing some AirPod headphones as Schofield spikes that one into the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Ground ball over to Jandok at first. He flips to Aaron Schofield, and McNeil will be safe at first. That'll score another run for the Stingers. An RBI single for Peter McNeil. We got confirmation from the production table that he is safe. A run scores, so the Stingers now lead at 10-2 here in the top of the third. Drew Tenzar comes up to the plate.
Yeah, nice job by the Stingers adding some insurance runs here. Four runs this inning to make the score 10-2. Daddy hack right there.
Definitely thought for sure that they might have had McNeil. So that's fouled back by Tenzar. Now an 0-2 count. Schofield hits the top of the zone for strike 3. What a pitch from Aaron Schofield. But the Stingers add on some insurance runs in the top of the third. They lead it 10-2. We go to the bottom of the third here in the final game of the 3-game series.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the third, 10-2. Aaron Schofield up bat.
Swing and a miss there from Aaron Schofield. Strike 1. Popped up into the air. Cole Blevins is right underneath it, and he makes the grab for out number 1. 1 away here in the bottom of the third. Stingers just 2 outs away from avoiding the sweep. Morgan Granich will step up for the Aces.
I low-key felt like I was an all-star, so that's why I'm going off today.
Granich just looked up at us and said, hey, I thought I was an all-star. I thought I got snubbed this year.
Yeah.
And that's why he's going off in this game. And, hey, you know, if he continues to play like that, he will 100% be an all-star next season in 2024.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, that all-star team had one representative from every team, I think. So, I mean, not much room for teammates to make it. Unlike you and me, we had teammates on our all-star team. So.
Yep. Ground ball past Peter McNeil over at third. Granich rounding first, and he's going to get over to second. That was a difficult situation. Cole Blevins was sitting on first base and interfered with Granich's base running right there.
Yeah, glad everyone's okay, though. Worked out.
Be a double for Morgan Granich. Jack Scholl up to the plate as he doesn't bite on that slow curveball from Jordan Rice, 1-0. So that again, 2 balls, no strikes.
Jordan just needs 2 outs to get the Stingers their first win today. He's got an 8-run lead to play with.
And that is fouled off from Scholl. Strike one, 2 balls, 1 strike. The count here to Scholl. Aces have a big hill to climb here, down 8 runs in the bottom of the third. Anything's possible, though. Ground ball over to Drew Tenzar at second. He flips over to Cole at first, and Cole bobbles the ball. Jack Scholl is safe at first. An unfortunate error for Cole Blevins and the Stingers, but the Aces now have runners at the corners. With 1 out, Kanoa Jandok stepping up to the plate. This game is still alive for the Aces.
Yeah, stuff like that can really be a backbreaker, you know, those easy outs that just slip, and the next thing you know, they're getting runs across and they're within striking distance.
1 ball, 1 strike here to Jandok. Slowing in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Way outside there for 3-1. Swing and a miss from Jandok. The count is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Anyway, you can get on here. Ace is just fighting for their life in this, not for their life, I guess, but for the series sweep.
Ball 4, Jandok works a walk, and the bases are now loaded for the Aces. Aaron Schofield steps up, and stranger things have happened. The Aces have come back down many runs before in the past. Against the Wolfpack, that comes to mind. They were down 8 runs. They came back to win that game earlier in the season against the Wolfpack.
And Aaron's 0 for 1 this game. He has 2 walks. In his last at bat, he flied out to Cole. I thought it maybe had a chance off the bat, but it kind of just died once it got up in the air.
Swing and a miss again from Aaron Schofield, and the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hits the zone. What a pitch there from Jordan Rice. Strikes out Aaron Schofield for out number 2. 2 away now in the bottom of the third. Morgan Granich is going to step in, and this is just the guy you wanted in a bases-loaded situation down 8 runs.
Yep, beautiful pitch there from Jordan, but this has been the guy today for the Aces, and another chance for him to add to that legendary game today.
Pitch from Rice is outside. Ball 1, 1-0. Now here to Granich, outside again. Count is now 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. Aces down 8 as Rice is able to connect there with the zone. Strike 1. That's just high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. And now to Granich. Stinger's just trying to get that final out in this ball game.
If your Aces take any way to get on right now, get that run in, just keep chipping away.
Swing and a miss from Morgan Granich, and the count is now full. 3-2. Curveball again is just high, and Morgan Granich will walk. That'll walk in a run for the Aces, now 10-3. Up steps Jack Scholl.
0 for 3 so far today. Got on base though one time due to an error.
His dream still lives for this Aces squad if Scholl's able to get on here. 0-1. Just a tad outside there. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss from Scholl, and the Aces are now down to their final strike. Curveball, ground ball down the first baseline. It's a fair ball. Cole Blevins throws and hits Jack Scholl. I think he's going to be safe at first. We'll score a run. We'll look to the productions table. He's safe at first. This is the call. Safe is confirmed. Jack Scholl is safe. A run comes home for the Aces. It's 10-4. 10-4. Kanoa Jandok will step in. That'll be an RBI single for Jack Scholl.
Yeah, it was a little awkward over there. He took a tumble around first base as Cole was trying to peg him out.
First pitch to Jandok is high for ball 1, 1-0. Fouls that one back. Strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now to Jandok.
Ace is not giving up here. Scoring 2 runs here in the bottom of the third, fighting their way back.
That's one cool thing about this.
10-4, 10-4.
It's one cool thing about this Aces squad is they're always fighting. It doesn't matter what the score is. They're always battling till the end. And definitely something that's going to be important, especially when they make when they're in the playoffs this season.
Yeah, they got a bunch of gamers on their team. They're always highly competitive and like to win.
Swing and a miss from Jandok. 2-2 is the count. Aces again down to their final strike. The pitch from Jordan Rice is just low for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the count to Jandok. 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch, Jandok swings and misses, and the Stingers win it. Stingers win 10-4 here in Game 3. They avoid the sweep, but the Aces take the series 2-1. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight at AWA Field for Aces Stingers. That's going to do it for us. We will be back tomorrow for another AWA matchup. Make sure you tune in for some more wiffle ball tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for being with us tonight.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Good night.